Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Lil Reese. Now, Lil Reese got caught out there creeping in the DMs, man. It looks like the thirst was coming and flowing through Lil Reese's fingers, and he couldn't help himself but look and jump into somebody who a lot of people idolize or, thirst for on social media, and that was Rubi Rose. He jumped in her DMs and tried to shoot his game, shoot his shot, put up the jumper, and get at her, right? Well, all of this information is being exposed because somebody has gotten control of Rubi Rose's accounts. And they're starting to go through all of her messages looking for celebs and people who are notable, those blue check mark people, and posting those DMs on social media, man. And Rubi Rose, it looks like she's speaking out about the situation. It seems pretty crazy, but Lil Reese is yet to say something. But we gonna look at all the DMs he sent her, and it's pretty funny, I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen. Now, after we talk about that, or before we get into we close the video out, I also want to touch about this situation about Pop Smoke's brother. Now, for those of you who don't know, the preliminary hearing for Corey Walker, the lone adult in the murder case for Pop Smoke's murder back in February, right? It's been a lot of details that have come out, man. We found out about the whole situation where he was in the shower, them shooting him and then kicking him and all that, all the disrespect to him after he had already been shot, about the situation with the shooter being a 15-year-old gunman. It's just crazy. And there was also the story that broke yesterday where they talked about them giving up the whole case pretty much to jailhouse snitches. Jailhouse informants gave the case to the detectives in the LAPD, and it looks like, man, it's all but solved. Now, Pop Smoke's brother came out, and he was upset, man. He took to social media because a lot of these things aren't adding up, and I know everybody as fans are getting that same feeling, man. You just got a weird feeling about the case, and he has some things to say. Now, before I get to the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about Lil Reese first off, man. Now, Lil Reese was trying to holler at Rubi Rose, man. It looks like he was trying several times, made several attempts, and came out looking real thirsty. Now, for those of you who don't know, Lil Reese is a Chicago drill rapper who came to prominence around the same time that Chief Keef started blowing up back in 2012, 2013. And it's been pretty cold out here for Lil Reese since then. He had a shooting incident in 2019 where he got shot in the neck, and you could still hear traces of that today when he speaks. His voice sounds very raspy and different than it did when he was rapping earlier in his career. But, he's persevered on from that situation and had a lot of, I'd say, faux pas in social media, man. He had a situation where he was videotaped, and it was a viral video of him getting into an altercation, and it looked like he boo-booed on himself, man. It looked like he pooped on himself, man. And that went viral. A lot of people were laughing at that. It was a very funny moment, man. Now, Lil Reese has always kind of declined to talk about that situation because, it's just one of those embarrassing things. But, he's going on being a rapper. He drops mixtapes, but he's well known because of all the antics and stuff around the music back in the days when he was originally hot, man. And he's carried that persona on, man. He's legitimately considered a tough guy when it comes to Chicago drill rap and somebody you don't want to mess with. I mean, his moniker is the Chirac Grim Reaper. If that doesn't say anything, that should tell you a lot about who people say he is or think he is in this rap game. And we've covered and talked about Lil Reese a lot. But Lil Reese jumped in Rubi Rose's DM and left these messages right here. Okay, so this is what Lil Reese was sending to Rubi Rose allegedly. Now, this is all alleged, but this is what's floating around social media right now and got everybody talking about it and everything trending, right? Now, this is Lil Reese's verified account, you can see. And basically, you see that he was all in the DMs trying to get at Rubi Rose. Now, the phone number's covered up, but you can see he sent a heart emoji and he sent text me, and he was really trying to get at her, man. Now, The hacker, the person who's acquired all this information, has taken control of Ruby Rose's Twitter account, and they're starting to leak it slowly. And they're actually using Instagram, I believe, to leak all the information. But this is what it says. It says, FaceTiming, and this was sent in June 19th, 2020. And you got to remember, Ruby Rose has been in an on-again, off-again relationship with DDG for a while now. I want to say it's been over a year. So during this time, Lil Reese was in them DMs trying to holler at her. Now, I don't blame him because Ruby Rose is a very, very attractive young lady. She's got that look that a lot of rappers are. Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man, and I know you enjoying this video, but make sure you go and you follow me on social media platforms like Instagram, and also go to my Twitter page and make sure you hit that follow button there so you can get the latest and greatest updates of when I'm dropping my videos. And man, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button so we can spread this video around, and we trying to get 2,000 likes, so run them likes up. All right. Yeah, she's very good looking, man. You know what I mean? But man, Lil Reese said this. He said, FaceTime me. And then he sent before that he sent his number. Then he said, TMI right fast. And then he said, stop playing with me, bro. And this is a month later. And then a month later, then a couple weeks after that, he said, but you messing with these lame dudes, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And then it looks like just this past December, he sent another post, and it looked like he sent like one of those fleets, it's like a video, whatnot. And then he also sent come to Chicago. So man, Lil Reese was thirsting for almost a year in the DMs with no reply. No, she left everybody on red, man. You can see that it says that right there. She leaving everybody on red. You could only imagine who else is in her DMs, because when it comes to these high profile, rappers or the folks that they mess with, like the ladies, like the Instagram influencers, and Ruby Rose, to her credit, she's a rapper now as well. Now, for some of you who don't know, Ruby Rose she used to be a video model. She blew up in the Bad and Bougie video with the Migos back in the day. And then she took that and went to being an Instagram influencer, took that and went to being a rapper. So she's actually got a rap deal and everything, man. But it's interesting to see Lil Reese, somebody who's so tough, thirsting that hard for over a year. But to be honest, man, we all got that one chick that we would be in them DMs no matter what. And it seems like Ruby Rose is that one person for a lot of these rappers. And as these DMs start to get exposed, don't be surprised as you see more and more rappers getting put on blast. Now, Ruby Rose also commented on the situation, and she made a post on social media just letting people know that her phone had been hacked and that her Twitter account had been hacked. So she's letting people know that, yo, man, it's hacked. I'm just letting y'all know off the rip. So a lot of people are probably sweating about this situation already. Okay, so finally, let's talk about this Pop Smoke situation with his brother. Now, Pop Smoke's brother took to social media to air things out, because social media is the place most people use to air out situations that they want to bring to light. Now, it looks like they are not feeling how this court case is going, and they're feeling like somebody left Pop Smoke out there without anybody to have his back or any type of defense. Now, if you look at Obasi, who is Pop Smoke's brother's profile on social media, you see he's a different type of character. He's like the exact opposite of Pop Smoke. You don't see a lot of, type of gang type of stuff or whatever. You don't see any type of affiliations or anything like that. But you do see a picture of Pop Smoke's mom, and you're like, man, Pop Smoke looked just like his mom. Splitting the image, man, which makes things even sadder, right? But Obasi took to social media to air out some of his grievances about what's going on in the case. And he said this. He said, something's not right about this case. The info not matching and people moving crazy. Bashar, on God, we getting to the bottom of it. I'm sorry the real wasn't with you. I'm sorry you said dudes would shoot back and they didn't. I'm sorry you thought cats would fight for you and they're not even doing that in death. It seems you were more valuable alive. Everybody gets mad when I speak up because it threatens their position in this gang. Since you've been away, Pop, people's love have been MIA. So letting it be known that for all the stuff that was going on when Pop Smoke was on and popping, and this is a lesson in life for anybody, right? When you're popping and you're on top, everybody is messing with you. Everybody's in your DM. Everybody want to be standing next to you. But as soon as tragedy strikes, something terrible happens, everybody stood to the side and moved on. And that's what it seems like his brother is saying. Now, a lot of people are saying that his brother is alluding to the fact that he believes that Pop Smoke was backdoored in this situation. Now, he didn't leave it there. He made that post, but he also made a caption. Now, in the caption of the post, he said this right here. In the post, he said this right here. He said, "On God, we gonna figure this out, Pop Smoke. I tried to warn you about this gang stuff. I should have tried harder. It's not fair how they doing you, and I'm not allowing people to say they love you without proper recognition to you or the family. Hashtag period. Hashtag rest in peace, Pop Smoke. Hashtag court case. Hashtag moving funny. Hashtag this too shall pass. Hashtag Pop Smoke. Hashtag Big Woo." Now, it seems like the family, if he's speaking on behalf of the family, I can only take and say that he's putting it out there that they're not happy how people in Pop Smoke's circle are moving, man. And I'm going to be real, man. It did seem like people just moved on with their life, man. Even artists who were closely affiliated with him, I don't want to name any names, it seemed like they were doing interviews and more worried about that. And you would think they would be in a place of mourning when somebody in your crew or somebody close to you lost their life, man. It's just another life lesson, and, it's one of those things they have to deal with. Now, the part that he touched on things being funny with the case, I've been saying that from day one. Nothing about this shooting makes sense. Nothing about the robbery makes sense. It just doesn't make sense, man. Now, as we've been getting more details with this preliminary case, it seems like we're starting to get a better understanding, but I don't know if people are still satisfied. It's still that weird feeling. Now, what do you guys think? What do you think about this whole Rubi Rose thing and Lil Reese? Do you think that more rappers are going to be exposed, like Lil Reese, for jumping in Rubi Rose's DMs? Or do you think that, man, maybe she could get a hold of this by contacting somebody or something like that? Now, what about this Pop Smoke and his brother Obasi, man? Do you think that he's hitting the nail on the head, that something, nefarious might have been up, or going on with Pop Smoke because it seemed like he might have got backdoor? Or do you think, man, it's just his family's in mourning and it's a tough time for them, so emotions are running high, and this is an example of that? Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.